on, Holly. Holly. It is the 22nd and I still not finished my dress yet. I had to go to the dentist this morning for a consultation. I did quite a bit of work doing on my wisdom teeth, and the weather is awful. It is absolutely lashing it down with rain and blowing a gale. Well, it's not blowing a gale, but it's pretty blowy out there and it's making it really awful. Yesterday I did a little bit of videoing, but I was having real problems uploading the latest Vlogtober video, which should be live now. I had a few days off, which I explained in the one that I uploaded yesterday, but I was halfway through uploading the video and Windows Updates decided to update, which took several hours because we have quite slow internet here. For example, to upload yesterday's video, which I think was only maybe about, I don't know, 10 minutes long, 11 minutes long, takes like 3 hours to upload on YouTube. It's not very fast here, I have to say. I'm kind of jealous of city internet. Actually, when I was away last year with my mum, we travelled around a wee bit, and the best internet speed that I found was when we were stopping just outside Swansea. They have really fast internet there, or fast compared to anywhere else I've found. Maybe it's super duper speedy in London, I don't know. So I've just checked my notifications, and apparently I have a delivery. It's been delivered, so I've got to walk down the drive in the rain to collect it because it's fabric and I don't want it to get wet in the post box. And I'm getting a bit rickety now, leaky post box. So I'm going to go take off my my Doc Martens because I don't want them to get absolutely trashed because they are nubuck rather than leather. Oh, the leather, but you know what I mean. They're not waterproof. And put my waterproof boots on and a raincoat, because if I walk all the way down there and back, I'm going to be soaked. So I can show you the fabric when I get in and then crack on and hopefully get this. I hope to get this dress finished today. Hope so. It's kind of like I've partly done the sleeves and have to inset them. Make the collar. Might get it done before tea. We shall see. Yeah, this is an attractive look, but I like it. It keeps me dry. Look, I'm a bit soggy now. Time to open my puzzle. Okay, let's see what we've got in here. I put in an order from myfabrics.co.uk, and I'm going to open this off camera, the bag, because otherwise it's going to make a whole racket of noise. But I'll tip everything out and we'll see what we've got. Okay, so I've got my invoice and I'll check off everything as we go through it. Let's see. Let's see what we've got. So we've got, that's nice. Oh, that's very nice, isn't it? People who sew are more relaxed and happier as long as the sewing machine isn't acting up. Yeah, that's pretty much how I sum up sewing. I don't sew more often because my machine drives me crazy. Well, my new machine drives me crazy and my old one used to too, so yeah, pretty much I get frustrated easily. What else we got? We've got a Bird magazine thingy. So let's, oh, that's nice. So I ordered, how much of this did I order? I ordered plain mottled brushed cotton jersey dark grey 1 metre. That's actually quite thick for 1 metre. Let's see what it's like. Is that 1 layer? Oh, that's thicker than I expected. That's really nice. It's like a thin sweatshirt fabric, really. It's nice. It's kind of fluffy, fleecy on the back. Smooth. It actually has a really nice feel. Planning on making some sweatpants with this, and it is. I can't read that on the camera. What does it say? 8% spandex. So what? 92% cotton. So there's no polyester in that, which is really nice. That's really nice. And there should be 1 metre. Yeah. Then I ordered this. Oh, this looks even better in person than it's on the computer. Actually, it's not as light as it looked on the computer, which is good. Unusual texture on the back, unless that's just the silver edge. It's unusual texture in places. That's a bit weird. Kind of rough in places. Must be the ink they've used for it. Hopefully that'll soften up with washing. And I've ordered 2 meters of this to make a dress with. And it's got a nice feel too. It's quite substantial, quite, it hasn't got super duper stretch in it. It's got stretch in it because it's a jersey fabric, but it's not like super duper stretchy like Marie. I wonder if there's a label on this. I can't remember. Yeah, it does. So we've got 2 meters, and it is again 92% cotton, 8% spandex. But it's not fleecy because it's just a jersey cotton. So that's really nice. A nice stretch wrap dress, I think, made with that. Next, which made me put in the order, was this fabric, and I just think this fabric is awesome. It's got little witches on. Look. Oh, that feels really nice. Got little witches on, little cats, these stars. Oh, I really like that. That's so fun. And again, it's like a, I'm not sure very well on camera. Let me try to turn it on. It's like floofy. It's like thin sweatshirt fabric. It's not like super thick sweatshirt fabric. Like my husband's got really thick sweatshirts sometimes. It's nice and it's thin, and I suppose you'd make children's like hoodies or something with it quite easily. I've got 1 meter of this as well, I think. Let me check. Yeah, 1 meter. And I plan on probably making a sweater or a hoodie for myself. I mean, mostly so I can just. I've said before that I'm either wear dresses or I wear sweatpants, basically, and there kind of is no middle ground. I wear sweatpants and stuff if I'm working. Although sometimes I wear a dress, but generally not when I'm working the dye pots, because I'll make a mess of my clothes, and I wouldn't wear this to dye pots in. But if I'm just like sitting on the computer and stuff, I'm either going to be in a dress or I'm going to be in sweats. So I wanted to make some more that's for myself rather than just buying it from the from the shops or something like that. So that's all upside down. What have we got? Oh, less spandex in this one, 95% cotton. And I think I bought all cotton ones. I don't think I bought anything with polyester. Polyester, sometimes I've had to wear, but I'm not a big fan of polyester, apart from the fact that it's plastic. It makes you sweat and irritates my skin quite a bit, depending on the percentage. But like this new trend for bringing back, I don't know whose bright idea it was to bring back polyester into fashion. It drives me crazy. Half the clothes in the shops are made of polyester, and it drives me nuts, and I don't like it. It's itchy and scratchy and horrible. No offense to anybody who likes it, I just find it itchy. So there's that. And the last one is this fabric. Oh, now this feels different again. This one is a French terry, which means on the back it's kind of like almost like a face cloth, You know, sometimes you get sweatpants that I like. I think my favourite at the moment sweatpants is made of French terry. And this is destined, oh, the plan is to make some sweatpants out of this. So it's like a dark grey, slightly darker than it's shown on camera. Let me see if I can zoom out. About that. And these black flowers all over it. And I bought a metre of that too. And let's see if I can find the label on this one. There we go. That is... Ah, now this one is a poly cotton. I hadn't realised that. Never mind. 50% polyester, 50% cotton. Good job it's going on my legs rather than, say, on my abdomen. But that's okay. It'll be fine. I think my sweatpants that are French terry have got polyester in them as well, but I can't say I'm a big fan. But that one's just cotton, and the grey is just cotton, which is really nice. I mean, this is a little bit more hard wearing, but I prefer the cotton. So, lots of lovely fabric to sew with. Not sure when I'm going to get a chance to do it. I'd like to do the witchy stuff first, although tempted with the wrap dress as well, because that's really pretty. Although I am finishing up a dress, so I still have another one to wear if I don't get this one done anytime soon. But we'll see. I'm at that point where I've got several projects on the go, and kind of trying to finish them up. And let me spin this camera around. My husband's Umpqua sweater, that's nearly done, and the dress, which is nearly done, and a few little odd jobs like socks and repair and stuff still, and they're kind of hanging around my neck in some ways. I'd want them finished so I can kind of move on to new projects. Like when you start a project and you expect it to take 2 days, like the dress, and it turns into like a 2-week project, which is really frustrating, especially as there's other projects I want to do as well. So I just want to get these things finished off and hopefully move on to new ones. I want to start, I haven't started that shawl yet with that yarn that I swatched, the green and the orangey browns and stuff, the autumn ones. Originally I was going to be doing the drifter shawl, but because the colours are quite close, the way the drifter shawl is, you've got like rows where there's just like one stitch of one colour in amongst the other, and it doesn't really going to show up because they're quite similar in tones. So I was thinking of another shawl that kind of blends the colours, but you've got a bit more stitches together of the contrast colour in the background, so you'll see the other yarn a little bit better in that. And I think it's got some lace in it and stuff as well. And instead I will use some other yarn to knit the drifter shawl, possibly some of the yarn that I bought at Perth, which was from Orlan from Ireland, because they're more contrasting. There's like a dark green and then like a silvery grey green brick kind of a patina effect type yarn, but they're quite contrasting, so that would work better. Or I could knit with some of my own yarn I've got put aside for shawl knitting with like a speckle yarn and a darker background. So I'm not entirely sure, but I can't move on to do those until I finish up some other projects first. Also, there was another yarn project I was thinking about doing, and I can't remember what it was now. Just too many things I want to do and just not in thousands yet. I'm just going to have to not sleep. I'm going to have to just stay up all night, because otherwise I'm not going to get everything done I want to get done. This dress is turning into an epic. It looks, it's coming on well, apart from sleeve issues. I made the sleeves here. The cuffs just need finishing off with the seam and top stitching. And I even did fit the sleeves between the liner and the dress fabric and sewed the first sleeve in, which was a complete headache to figure that one out. But it didn't quite fit, and I thought, oh, that's weird. This just doesn't seem to fit at the top. I was going to have a little wee gather, which is not a big deal. And when I tried it on, one sleeve, too small. The sleeve's too tight, which doesn't make any sense. So the sleeve was smaller than the dress, but it's the right sleeve for the dress from the pattern. So I don't know what's gone wrong there, because I didn't change the grading on the... didn't change the size on the actual bit that fits the dress. I just changed like the length and the tapering down the arm, but I didn't actually change the diameter at the top. So I had to seam rip that sleeve off. So now it's going to be sleeveless for now because I'm not sure if I've got I haven't got enough fabric to make new sleeves. So I need to figure out a way of doing like a gusset section, and I've had enough by now. So I'm going to make the dress sleeveless for the moment, and then I will sort out the problem with the sleeve later on. So it's like getting off 6:30 now. I haven't even started making dinner. It looks like there's going to be cheese on toast in this thread. So I'm sewing the liner to the dress. I will just turn this round. Okay, I've sewn, this is like the front center. I've sewn the liner to the dress fabric around the armholes where it should have been sleeves and now isn't. I've done that on both sides. Now I need to, what do I need to do now? I need to finish sewing this little wee bit where it attaches to the skirt, and I forgot when I sewed the liner, I'm really pleased with these pockets by the way, that I need to put in a side zip. So I remembered when I was partway through sewing the side seams of the dress fabric, so I need to unpick a section of here, get a zip and fit a zip in there, and then I can stitch in the ditch, as it were, I think, down the side seams of the bodice. And I don't know what I'll do with the skirt, whether I'll do it on the skirt or not yet, haven't decided. Probably will. Again, I can't even see a side seam here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Side seam all the way down the skirt. I need to shorten the skirt of the liner and turn up the hem, double turn up the hem I think on that. I need to hem the bottom of the dress, and then I need to do the collar. I think what I'm going to do, I'm starting sewing this at sort of like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I only get to work on it sort of like an hour or two, and it's getting on for tea time. So what I think I might do is have dinner, and then we'll watch a movie together, and I'll do a bit of knitting because that's what we usually do after tea, is have some time together. And then I don't know, I might stay up a bit later tonight and work on this, because I am sick to death of coming back to this every afternoon and tell you about it on the videos. I have nothing else interesting to talk about. Maybe I should I don't know, do something else. Anyway, I want to try and get this dress finished tonight if possible. If I'm too tired, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll just, in the morning, I think my first task is going to be to sort out this dress instead of leaving it until later in the day. Because the sleeves, they needed the top stitching and that tucking in, like pressing and tucking in top stitching on these, but they are too small for my arms, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I could probably put in a small gusset there. That might help with the getting it to fit in the armholes, but I just can't understand why these didn't fit the actual dress. It's a bit odd. I'll have to measure it properly and just check the size and compare it, but I might have to just unpick this and put a wee wedge in to the size of the what's missing for the armholes. But we'll see how I feel. I don't know if I can be bothered at this point, but still got the collar to do though.